What you need to do is process your emotions. It's as easy as that. But we'll get into that. Have you ever this is an example, have you ever been fat and then you're skinny now though, but every time you see a fat person you're like, look at that fat person or something like that, and someone's like, why are you so intense about this? And it's sort of like, on some level you agree with it. Go to the 4 Agreements, read the book 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz to understand this in full. But on some level, you agree with it. Now, we can get into why. So a lot of people, their views of themselves, even themselves, is actually built upon what other people think of them. So if you were once fat, like in our example, and people harshly criticize them and importantly, did not accept this person, this fat person, that's damaging to the psyche, and it's hard to accept sort of things like that. So you develop a sort of reactionary, I don't know if that's a word, response, which is like a self-defense sort of response mentally though, but it's scarring, you know what I mean? It's like a scarring effect. It's like a self-defense. Get away from me, you know what I mean? And this is why we should never actually base how we are and how we feel about ourselves on what other people think. Our power should come from within, not getting self-esteem from the outside world. Our self-esteem is within us, always. No matter what happens, where we are in the world, whatever situation, we have our strength inside ourselves because we know ourselves. But you see, the problem comes in when you have not processed an emotion. So this person with the analogy with the fatness, they have not processed that emotion of when they were harshly criticized and not accepted. You must go back to the very root of that emotion, the deepest, darkest, scariest place that you can think of, what they said, their intentions, your intentions. And some people say that you must unravel the intentions and reconnect the intentions, but I think it's all got to do with realizing that, that they might have been wrong to say that to you, and it doesn't matter. Like, nothing matters. There's no right or wrong. Non-violent communication for that one. There is no right or wrong. If you're wrong, you deserve punishment, and if you're right, that means that someone's going to be wrong. And it gets very complicated to understand what I mean. Non-violent communication. As you process, you must not hold guilt, pass the buck, blame, passing the buck on. It's their fault, it's them. Make sure you realize that it's you. You put yourself in this position. It's not just them. You know what I mean? You put yourself in this position to actually allow that to happen to you. So it's not all on them. You know what I mean? Yeah, they might have done something wrong, but just realize forgiveness comes from understanding. So once you understand where they're really coming from, now you can forgive them because you understand it. You know what I mean? Even though you don't even agree with it, at least you understand it. So now you can let it go. You can accept it. Even if they're just like sad people. Well, they're just sad people. That's just the way it is. You can accept it now. You must stop running from your demons. These demons are getting stronger every time you run from them. Every time you run from your problems, every time you diss this person, they're getting stronger. They're using you. You got to realize you got to face them. Every time you face them, they will run. They will run. And once you actually find the affirmation and affirm the truth, they have no place to live. Demons and these sorts of procrastination, this is another sort of demonic entity. This is like an entity. Till you affirm it, till you find the affirmation, they have no place to live because they can't live in truth and love. Realizing as well that this is a weakness. I mean, people can use this against you, even if you think that it's good, that you might get real angry or something. Like, you might get real angry real quick, your emotions go through the roof real quick, and it somehow intimidates people maybe. That's actually still a weakness, because if someone wanted to use that against you, they could make you spurt off, make you go apeshit for no reason, or deliberately use it. Like, these are weaknesses. And out in the world, people are so evil out here that they will use it. And yeah, the other thing you gotta realize is, just be careful who you tell about your problems. Be careful who you use it as your confidant. You know what I mean? But yeah, most people are pretty good, but yeah, you just got to be careful. You know what I mean? Like another thing, you should check out this non-violent communication there, because yeah, some people some people are egotistical, and they'll say that yes, that they've got your back and they care about you and blah blah blah, but really it's not like that. And this is just one bonus tip that I know for this video and for you. Here we go. Is that people, right? Anything people do around you, say your friends, your mother, well, especially your friends. If you're in the same situation, if you got a friend and he does something to another friend, he or she does something to another friend, and you know about it or you see it happen, don't ever think that it won't happen to you. Because if you're just another friend, you're just like them. There's no real difference between you and them. Just don't, like, if they're talking shit about them, don't think they're not talking shit about you. But if they don't talk shit about them, you could probably sort of on the safe side to say that they're probably not talking shit about you behind your back. You know what I mean? It's just truth. Brainwaves combined. Shit of love, man. Shit of love. Yes. Now, let us, Sensei, brainwaves combined. Are you ready, Grasshopper? Sensei.